March 24, 1943. Dear Mom, I have started the ball rolling for the allotment. I am enclosing 4 affidavits, 2 to be given to 2 of our friends. I will state this slowly so it will be completely understood. Say, you give 2 to Esther. She fills 1 out concerning you and 1 concerning Sis. You likewise give the other 2 to another person who is not a relative to be filled out the same. You can tell them approximately how much I contributed. Then you send these back to me, and then after an investigation, probably it won't take long before you will get the money. You wouldn't get it this month, but next you would get, I think, $42. That is, I contribute 22, the government puts 15 to it for you, and $5 for BJ. I stated BJ's date of birth as 8/1/41. Is that correct? Gee, the pictures are swell. We finished DC current last week. We started on AC current this week. Boy, is it tough. We have to learn all about electricity before we can go into radio. Tonight we went to the YMCA and went swimming. We had a swell time. Upstairs in the Y, they have a Red Cross canteen. They serve lunches, riding facilities. They have a nice radio, a lot of magazines, and recreation facilities. It is darn nice. They have a birthday book. When your birthday comes, they make a nice cake for you. One fellow in our room had a birthday Sunday week. He got his cake. They put 1 candle on it. That night, we lit the cake, and he blew it out, and we sang happy birthday to him. Tears filled his eyes. I thought of the parties we used to have. The cake was the most delicious I have almost ever tasted. The Red Cross is really a swell organization. Well, I will sign off for now. Your soldier boy, Jim. March 26, 1943. Dear Mom, I thought BJ's pictures was swell, but I still think she could use some more hair. Gee, it must be tough to get food on the outside. Mom, we get swell meals. We drill 1 hour a day, and on Saturday we drill about 3 hours. Tomorrow we're going on a hike. I don't know how far, but I hope it isn't. Yes, Mom, I can really use my camera here. I will get a few pictures of me and my friends, and also some of the higher spots of Omaha. We live next door to one of the Omaha's finer theaters. They are having a stage show of 50 girls, and they are all staying in our hotel. They have a great big tall guy who is about 8 feet and a little midget who is about 3 feet. They also have some gorgeous showgirls. Woo woo! I got a letter from Weir. He is now a second-class yeoman instead of third. Sam is in England, and I am trying to get his address so I will be able to write to him. Well, I guess I will close for now. School is getting tougher, but I'm still in there pitching. Your soldier boy, Jim. March 31, 1943. Dear Mom, well, kid, here is 2 more papers. There is 2 ways of doing things, the right way and the Army way. I told you how the papers were to be filled out the Army way. The Army doesn't care what the right way is, so do the papers like I told you at first. They are not supposed to be filled out in duplicate. We were able to use the 2 original copies signed by Mrs. Swisher. Have another friend fill out one pertaining to Mom and one to BJ. Every mistake causes delay, so be sure and fill them out right. I got paid today, corporal's pay. I am enclosing $25 for you. Nothing new has happened. Gee, BJ must be doing okay. Well, I will close for now with all my love. I never found out about the films, but I will let you know later. Your soldier boy, Jim. P.S. I am sending some stamps. You can put them in my stamp box. April 1, 1943. Dear Mom, well, kid, you can send me my camera. I got some films. I don't have much to say. Say, kid, I met a swell girl. Oh, she is a dream. I ditched the other one. She works for the draft board here. I'm still doing okay. Well, I will write more later. Your soldier boy, Jim. April 5, 1943. Dear Mom, I'm sorry about that last letter I wrote. Let me explain. It was time for lights out, and I had to scribble a fast letter off. About my new girl, oh, is she ever nice. Her folks have quite a bit of money. They have 2 cars and live in a big mansion. So you see, I'm going out with a nice girl. Last Sunday, we played golf. That was the first time I ever played. I really got a kick out of it, too. About all of the classes have shipped out. We are the best class now. I'm still doing pretty fair. Mama, I don't go out during the week. I do all of my running around on Saturdays and Sundays. The weather here is swell now, but I guess it is almost the rainy season. I am going to hate that, I think. How is my big sis? Boy, is she really smart. I am really proud of her. Well, I better sign off and do some studying. Your soldier boy, Jim. Did you get the money okay? April 9, 1943. Dear Mom, well, kid, my allotment has been approved. I am sending the cards home. Keep them in the green box. I am also sending a couple pictures some fella took. They aren't so good, but they will do. Last night, a couple of us fellows went to a photographer and got our pictures taken. I hope they come out okay. Mom, last week I purchased a ring, or rather paid some money down on one. It will be sent home. You pay the amount due, which is about $17, and I will send money to repay you. This won't come there till about 6 or 8 weeks. Oh, it is a swell ring. I received the box. Gee, Mom, I really enjoyed it. But please, don't send any more sweets. It is hard on you to get, and also we have plenty. We have all kinds of food in our room. Say, Mom, could you send me my shoulder straps for my camera and also my filter? I don't know where they are, so you will have to hunt them. So, Unc got married, huh? Gee, I will surely be glad when we get everything straightened out. You will have plenty of money to live on then, won't you? I am sending a poem to you. It is nice, I think. Well, kid, this letter is slightly longer. It is about time, isn't it? Your soldier boy, Jim. April 18, 1943. Hi, kid. How is everything at home? Gee, I haven't heard from you for a long time. I realize that you are undergoing a great strain. Keep your chin up, kid. We had a shake-up in the school. Our instructor was spied upon, and the manager thought we weren't getting enough out of him. So we now have a new instructor. I still have 7 weeks to go, but we have to work doubly hard. We had to start way back and work up. This new instructor is really good. I learned more in 1 week than I did in practically a month. I may turn out to be a radio man yet. Say, Mom, you keep my little radio, and when I come home, I will fix it. I have a lot of fun building up circuits on breadboards. This week, our instructor told us we would build our first radio, a 2-tube affair. You know, in almost 1 hour and a half, we got about half of it done. Time just flies when you're doing something like this. Well, Mom, I guess I will close for now. Oh, say, we had a big flood here last week. We were all kept on the alert. Then we had to go out and help with flood control one night. This was darn thrilling. Well, Mom, here's hoping everything is okay. Please write soon. Your soldier boy, Jim. April 20, 1943. Dear Mom, well, here's that soldier again. I think that things will be okay now as soon as you start getting the compensation. You will be getting approximately $100 per month. You should be able to live pretty fair on that, huh? Sunday, a bunch of us went out to Boys Town. It is really pretty nice, too. The wind was blowing terribly, though. They have about 425 boys there. Boy, the nice buildings there. I took a few pictures Sunday, but I haven't got them developed yet. I think I got some good shots, I think. I also took a few shots in the house, too. We had a big flood here last week. It is going down now. We had to go out and work on flood control. I never told you sooner because I didn't want you to worry. Well, I don't know if I told you or not, but due to the incompatibility of our old instructor, we now have a new one. He is darn good. We built an amplifier with 2 tubes this week. We are working on a 3-tube set now. This kind of work really is interesting. I really like building things. Today I signed up for ASTP, Army Specialized Training Program. If I get this, I will get about 2 years of college in some special branch. You see, they have a quota to meet, so I just hope I can get it. So Unc went and done it. He is rather crazy, I think. Maybe not. I hope. Say, does any of the fellas come around anymore? Give them my regards. I would really enjoy coming home, but don't know when. Well, dear, I will close for now. Your soldier boy, Jim. April 22, 1943. Hello, Mom. First of all, here's a picture of us nuts in the room at night. Crazy, huh? I am also sending some stamps and a little folder I got at Boys Town. Yes, we had a swell flood here. We weren't in it, but we had to help people that were. Gee, Butch must really have a mouthful now. She only had about 4 when I was home last. I would like to be home this Easter, but as you know, it is impossible. But maybe soon, I hope. When my 5 or 6 months are up, I can prepare to come home for a long furlough. I may be shipped to Florida next, I hope. It may be a little closer, although I don't know. I could really go for a good home-cooked meal now. Hotel food is okay, but it gets on my nerves. They have a routine. They have the same stuff every week. Army food is a heck of a lot better than this. I shouldn't be complaining because a lot of civilians haven't got half as much. I got numerous Easter cards, but I mailed but one, yours. Our rain is over here, it seems. I surely hope so. It really gets on my nerves. I'm getting along swell with Dottie. You know, she used to go out with lieutenants. She said she sure had a better time with me than she did them. Well, not exactly that way, but I can tell. She is sure swell. I'm not serious, but I do have fun with her. M.A. writes real often now. She sent me a beautiful picture of herself. I think she likes me a little. If I were home, I would make that little a lot. Ha! The great lover has spoken. She left for Chattanooga today. She wrote me to that effect. Say, Mom, after next payday, I am going to call home. I will write later as to the time approximately and the day. I will probably call on a Sunday morning. Well, kid, this week I have built 3 radios. They look complicated, but they aren't. Of course, building them and making them play are 2 different things. Mine play, though. I'm not bragging either. Your soldier boy, Jim. April 24, 1943. Dear Mom, well, kid, I'm finally an aviation cadet, destination unknown. I hope it's near home. I will write more later. Don't write me till you hear from me. Love, Jim. April 26, 1943. Dear Mom, being a man of leisure isn't what it is cracked up to be. We had to go to the board this morning. We are leaving tomorrow morning. There is just one other fellow going with me. He is also a corporal. All we have to do is loaf all day. The darn stores don't open till noon, so we can't shop. All the girls we know are working. I'm going to take Dot to lunch this noon. This is the only thrill I will get today. When I called up last night, I was at some woman's home. Two of my friends were with me. Her sis is fairly young, and another girl came in, and we danced to the radio like we used to at home. This woman is very nice. She is like you and May Swisher were when a bunch of us would go to your houses. She fixes us a lunch. She has 3 small kids, and boy, are they devils. Her husband is a contractor, I think. Well, I guess that is all for now. Take it easy. Till I write, I remain your soldier boy, Jim. April 28, 1943. Dear Mom, well, I will narrate to you my story. We got on the train at 9 a.m. Oh, gee, what a train. It was called the Burlington Zephyr. It is a streamline train deluxe. It had everything, including a radio. I sat and talked to a media captain. Boy, he was a swell guy. At Kansas City, we changed to a Pullman. It was the first time I had ever rode one. We arrived here about 2. After a lot of red tape, we get to eat, and we find that we will have to take some of our basic training over till we get classified and are shipped to pre-flight school. Mom, I'm afraid it is going to be a darn tough proposition. I just hope I can make good. I think I am getting in under the new rule whereby we will go to a college to study physics, algebra, and other subjects that will help us later on. The weather here is darn hot. We are now wearing our suntans. We are living in an airplane hangar. It is going to be hard after living a soft life in a hotel. I get to keep my stripes till I go to cadet training. Till then, I will get my $66 per month, then I will get $75. I still hope I can make good. If you can't read this, remember I don't have a table to write on now. Your soldier boy, Jim.